going to talk about is Iran's 10-point demand. Yes, Iran had previously kept 4 demands, at least up to 6. Now it has now gone up. And this is what now Iran is now seeking from the United States of America. So let's take you, Drem, one by one. What are we looking at, especially when it comes to Iran, which is now seeking a permanent ceasefire? It says that the attack should completely end, not just by the United States, but also by Israel as well. And not just on Iran, but on Iran's proxies as well. So this seems to be the 10-point demand that Iran now seems to be seeking. And of course, when it comes to all of the ending of the US sanctions, which it says that has badly affected the Iranian economy over the years. So permanent end to the war, no temporary truce is what Iran says. Further goes on to say that stop Israeli strikes in Lebanon as well. What is the Hezbollah command centers? Then in third demand, Iran says lift all of the US sanctions, which has hampered for decades as far as the Iranian economy is concerned. Another demand that Iran has now kept forth, that there should be no attacks when it comes to Iran-backed allies as well. This is coming in from both US and Israel, should stop their attacks on Iran-backed allies. Full ceasefire is something which Iran is now seeking on all fronts. So a permanent end. They do not want a pause or a truce. They want a permanent end to the attacks. Guarantees also against any future attacks that happens from the same aggressor. Also, reopening of the Strait of Hormuz, but this time would be chargeable. So 2 million fee per ship, in a way that Iran now seems to be monetizing the Strait of Hormuz. Why it is charging fee? Because it says that it will share the fee with Oman, because it is now wanting that the very revenue system from the Strait of Hormuz will help rebuild the infrastructure using this transit revenue on the damages that has been incurred since the last 39 days of the war. Now, Iran seems to be mocking President Trump's ultimatum as well. This is Iranian Parliament Speaker Advisor who seems to have issued a statement. He now says that President Trump, we give him the deadline because President Trump has now 20 hours left to surrender. And Iran has now hit back at President Trump's warning and his allies as well. Surrender or his allies will return to the Stone Age. Now, remember, the Stone Age jibe is something that President Trump took when he warned Iran, saying that if they don't agree to our terms and conditions, Iran will be bombed back to Stone Age. Well, as far as when it comes to these new deadlines or demands that is now being kept forth, President Trump has said that if you don't agree to our terms and conditions, well, we're going to bomb you back to Stone Age. Sushant Sareen is connected with us. Sushant, good morning. What do you believe happens in the next 24 hours, or rather less than that, when President Trump's latest deadline expires?
Look, when you're dealing with somebody as, capricious as Donald Trump, who keeps changing his positions from hour to hour, from day to day, it's very difficult to predict what will happen. But what is very clear is that he has been consistently extending the deadlines that he has been given to Iran. And frankly, he's trying to achieve through, by browbeating Iran, what he has not been able to achieve by bombing Iran. I don't see how that works. He's threatening Iran to bomb it into the Stone Age. The Iranians are trolling him back. And frankly, when it comes to the trolling game, the Iranians have proved to be superpowers. It's hilarious, the kind of pushback that is coming from the Iranian social media space. But as far as the war is concerned, I don't see how you can get by bullying what you could not get through bombing.
Yes.
And the idea of compromise, which does not seem to be possible, simply because if we go by the 10-point list which is now appearing of what the Iranians have demanded, there doesn't seem to be any kind of a meeting ground between what the Americans are asking for and what the Iranian ask is. So it's a kind of a deadlock as far as negotiations are concerned, unless there is some rabbit that somebody pulls out of their hat and comes to some kind of thing to postpone the next stage of the war. It looks like things are only going from bad to worse.
Well, hope it doesn't happen and lead to such an extent from things leading to bad to worse. But however, there still seems to be no signs of any de-escalation. Sushant, thank you very much for joining us here on the broadcast, because if dialogue or negotiation